For nearly 2 decades, whispers followed Jeffrey Epstein. Epstein was an American financier who became globally notorious for his involvement in major sex abuse and sex trafficking scandals involving minors. His life revolved around elite financial circles, powerful social connections, and serious criminal allegations. Many survivors have alleged being targeted when they were teenagers, often as young as 14 or 15, drawn into Epstein's circle with promise of mentorship, money, and modeling careers. They said Epstein and his associate Ghislaine Maxwell made them feel special or chosen before grooming them for grueling abuse. Many women testified that Epstein sexually abused them repeatedly from their early teens into adulthood. Accusers often asked them to give sexualized massages that turned into rape and abuse. The abuse, not consensual, given their ages and the power imbalance, escalated over time. Victims described Maxwell as someone who introduced them to Epstein, groomed them, and even participated in or facilitated sexual activity. This pattern, Maxwell grooming girls, normalizing the sexual contact, then Epstein abusing them, was a consistent claim across multiple witnesses and victims. Police reports, federal files, silenced accusations. Now, millions of pages once buried inside government walls are out in the open. What they reveal is not just a crime story, but a long trail of decisions, denials, power play. The crimes most gruesome unfold in Palm Beach, Florida. Police open an investigation after the family of a 14-year-old girl reports she was molested inside Jeffrey Epstein's mansion. Soon, more girls came forward. Underage, mostly students, paid for massages. Police prepared charges against Epstein, including unlawful sex with minors. But State Attorney Barry Krischer sends the case to a grand jury in an unusual move. The grand jury returns a single charge, soliciting prostitution. Epstein is arrested. Police leaders explode publicly, accuse prosecutors of protecting a powerful man. The FBI steps in. Federal prosecutors prepare an indictment while Epstein's lawyers negotiate a deal with then U.S. Attorney in Miami, Alexander Acosta, to avoid prosecution. A deal is struck, and it's secret. Epstein pleads guilty to state charges, including soliciting prostitution from someone under 18. Sentence, 18 months. But federal prosecutors agree not to charge him at all. Epstein leaves jail every day on work release. Justice, critics say, barely locks the door until one accuser refuses silence. Virginia Roberts Giuffre files a lawsuit alleging sexual trafficking by Epstein and Maxwell. Epstein is released from jail. For the next 10 years, survivors fight to undo the deal that protected him. A photo goes global. Giuffre tells the Daily Mail she met Prince Andrew while underage. The British royal family scrambles. The FBI interviews her. Court filings name world leaders. The allegations expand. Presidents, prime ministers, even tech giants. Every man denies it. A bombshell investigation from Miami Herald reopens old wounds. It focuses on the man who cut the deal, Alexander Acosta. By now, he is President Donald Trump's labor secretary. Public outrage explodes. Federal prosecutors in New York open a new investigation. Epstein is arrested again, this time on federal sex trafficking charges. This time, no deal protects him. Acosta resigns as U.S. Secretary of Labor. Epstein dies by suicide in jail. Mystery around his life and death deepens. Attention turns to his closest associate. Ghislaine Maxwell is charged with sex crimes. Maxwell is convicted, sentenced to 20 years in prison within months. The case makes a splash again. A judge releases additional Epstein-related records. Trump returns to power and the Epstein files return to politics as he signals possible file releases. Attorney General Pam Bondi references an Epstein client list. Binders marked declassified are handed to far-right influencers. Much of it was already public. Giuffre dies by suicide. The woman who spoke the loudest is gone. DOJ says there is no client list and halts releases. But Congress acts. They introduce the Epstein Files Transparency Act. Maxwell is interviewed and transferred. The Wall Street Journal reports on a sexually suggestive letter allegedly linked to Trump. He denies writing it and sues.
I have nothing to hide. I've been exonerated. I have nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein. They went in hoping that they'd find it and found just the opposite. I've been totally exonerated. In fact, Jeffrey Epstein was fighting that I don't get elected with some author, a sleazebag, by the way. And I've been totally exonerated. No, they're getting pulled in. And that's their problem. I don't know, they're going to have to see what happens.
Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche interviews Ghislaine Maxwell. She denies all wrongdoing, says she never saw Trump act inappropriately. Afterward, she's quietly moved to a prison camp in Texas. Giuffre's memoir is published after her death. She repeats her claims. King Charles III strips Prince Andrew of his remaining titles, a royal fall which was years in the making. Congress releases Epstein's emails. They include correspondence with politicians, billionaires, royalty. In one message, Epstein writes that Trump knew about the girls. He never explains. On Trump's urging, the Justice Department launches investigation into his political rivals. But none are accused by Epstein's victims. Congress passes the Epstein Files Transparency Act. The president signs it the next day. The Justice Department begins releasing records, photos, contacts, familiar faces. Then it stops. More review is needed, official says. A massive release begins. 3 million pages, 2,000 videos, 180,000 images. Indian PM Narendra Modi's name has appeared in an email referenced in the massive public release of the files. The verifying connection cited is a reference to his official state visit to Israel.
The allusions in the email are little more than trashy ruminations by a convicted criminal which deserve to be dismissed with the utmost contempt.
Union Minister Hardeep Singh Puri's name has also appeared in the Epstein files. Puri has strongly denied wrongdoing and denied that his interactions suggested any improper or criminal conduct.
It is as part of a delegation of the IPI or the ICM that I met Mr. Epstein on a few occasions, 3 or maximum 4. Now, the Epstein files, the Yuva Neta should know, are about wrongdoing, criminal offenses. My interaction has got nothing to do with that.
From tech titans and Wall Street power brokers to foreign dignitaries, a roll call of powerful men appears across the Justice Department's newly released Epstein files. All deny any role in the sexual abuse of young girls and women. Yet some continued or even began relationships with Epstein after he was publicly known as an alleged abuser. None have been charged. Whether those named in the Epstein files committed crimes is for investigators and the law to decide. But their association with Epstein made them enablers. His access to power and influence became a shield for abuse. Many now dismiss the revelations as mere lapses in judgment. The files suggest something deeper, a belief among the powerful that the rules of law, transparency, and decency apply to others, not to them. That is a sense of entitlement that must be demolished.